Alright, hello, and welcome to this weather update. And it is a very warm day today, very warm. A little less humid than yesterday. Yesterday the humidity was stifling, but today it's just a lot warmer. And it's just hard to even walk a mile, at least for me. Once it gets this bad, I can't even do any activity outside. But this thing says we're in the mid 70s. I don't know, it feels warmer than that. Uh, Upper 70s around Tom's River. If we look at the dew points, let's see how it's a little less humid today. No, still kind of humid out there. That's why it's uncomfortable. We still have some humidity around too. Uh, so yeah, we still have some humidity around, and it's much worse. The humidity is much higher in Tom's River, but still slightly humid out there. Like I said, not great. I'll tell you, just walking 15 minutes out there is enough to just exhaust you. At least for me, I can't take the heat. I just can't take it. And it seems like as I get older, I just can't take it. I have much less tolerance for it. Here's the underground site temperatures in the upper 70s, and we still have some 80-degree readings around Tom's River. I want to see what the high was here in Mineola, actually. I know we will look at some of the observations from the airports, but let's see. This one looks closest to Mineola, Williston Park. So 78, but the dew point is up to 65, and let's see some graphs today. So it looks like, according to the graph, yeah, it hit near 85 today. 85, so 85, 86. That's hot. Once it's above 80, I can't, I have problems. Let's look at some of these official observations now for the airports. So let's look at Farmingdale and see what it hit today. So it's down to 75, but the dew point 60. Interesting, they have a sea breeze. We don't have a sea breeze at all here. No sea breeze. So it hit 84 at Farmingdale, and in the morning the humidity was even higher. The dew points were in the upper 60s, close to 70. Now the dew points dropped a little bit to around 60 degrees, upper 50s, but now they're starting to come back a little bit. It's not that dry out there at all. We can look at West Hampton and see what West Hampton hit as well. Let's look at that. Of course, it always takes 77, dew point 61, and it hit 83 over there. And again, humid. And like I said, it's not always the heat, it's the humidity. I'll look at Central Park now and see what Central Park hit. So Central Park, 78 degrees, dew point 59. Central Park hit 83. And we'll look at Tom's River and see what they hit. I'm sure they're going to be higher than everybody else, because that's always the hot spot. And the thing is, it's much more humid in Tom's River too. So yeah, it's hotter. It's up to 79, and the dew point, oh my, the dew point is 71. So the humidity there is way worse than it is here. If you think it's humid here, just go to Tom's River. You'll be dying. Let's see what they hit today. 86. So yeah, much more uncomfortable there. It's, I'm saying it's very hot there. Very hot. It's hot enough here. If you don't like the heat like me, I don't know when I'll go back there to even visit. It has to be really cool, because right now I couldn't survive going there, even for the day. Yep, let's look at the satellite image here. Some clouds around. There was some clear sunshine, but some clouds too. I have a larger area of clouds off to the south here. Let's look at the models, and let's see what we're going to be dealing with for the next through the middle of June here. We have this high trying to build down and bring us some relief, but we also have this stalled front off to the south and a low pressure system. So that may keep some clouds around, and it also may keep some humidity around. And this high tries to build in. Again, the further north and east you are, the better off you'll be. As you go more toward Jersey, it'll be more uncomfortable. But over Long Island, it looks like that high may keep us. It'll keep us dry, and hopefully keep the humidity down this weekend. We'll have to take a closer look at that while this low is kind of stalled out here. And then we get into an unsettled pattern next week, where we'll be playing with a stall front all week long. The front is going to stall out right here, and we're going to be playing with it all week long, and low pressure systems are going to ride up along it. And you can see the Western Atlantic Ridge here, so it's kind of stuck again, and this is all due to the jet stream again. Maybe we'll get some fair weather by next weekend again, for another stall front syndrome sets up. So yeah, plenty of stall front syndrome. And why is stall front syndrome happening? Well, all we got to do is look at the jet stream, and you'll see why. Again, because of the climate change, We have this jet stream that's wavy, it's weak, and things aren't moving along like they're supposed to. So this is a look at tomorrow's jet stream, and you'll see this big ridge and then this trough in the east. All right, but you can see it's wavy, and look at how wavy it is. And almost look at that. I mean, look at how wavy this is. Look at that. You got this deep little trough over here. That's what's going to cause the unsettled weather next week. We're on the right side of that trough, so we're going to be playing with that stall front and maybe some humidity too. Yeah. What can I tell you? This is all due to climate change. And if I pull this out on the regions here, let me just make this a little. You could take a look at North America, the whole jet stream here. You can see how wavy it is and how far into Canada it's going. So again, all due to climate change. I mean, look, you have this wavy jet stream, like up and down. It's not supposed to look like that. Right? That's all due to climate change. You know, again, I've explained it to you before. I'm not going to explain it again. You know what the jet stream is fueled by. And we are warming the Arctic, so the jet stream is getting weaker and wavier. So let's go back to our region now and take a look at. Actually, before I do that, let me just go back to the CONUS. We'll look at temperature anomalies here. So we'll just briefly look it over this, and you'll be able to see that it's not a whole lot of heat. Actually, a lot more heat out west on the west coast now. So they're going to be getting more heat, and then in the middle of the country, it's going to actually be below normal, like right over here in the Midwest. It's going to be well below normal with that trough there. All right, so let's go and take a closer look at our weather for this weekend and next week. We'll first start off with the temperatures, show you what we'll be dealing with the temperatures. All right, so let's move into Friday here. It's going to be hot tomorrow, too. It has us around 80 degrees. Unfortunately, we're still going to be dealing with some heat. All right, and the same thing for Saturday. It's not going to be that cool, 80 degrees, which is slightly above normal, but we are going to mid-June now, so highs do get closer to 80. It cools off a little more on Sunday, and then for next week, it actually winds up being below normal because of all the cloud cover and rain. Temperatures will be below normal, and we won't even hit 80, I don't think, one day next week, perhaps. So it'll be cool. That's the good news. And then by next weekend, it heats up again. It could get hot by Sunday. But of course, we have to look at the humidity and see where we stand with this humidity as we go into the weekend. So looking at tomorrow, the dew points should come. We're going to be on the borderline here because again we have this front hanging up. I think Long Island should see slightly lower dew points than today. Of course, the further south you go, I think in Toms River it'll be much more humid because you could see the higher dew points just to the south. As we go into Saturday, we get a little more of a push of that dry air from the north, so the dew points will go down. And I think Saturday will be a lot more comfortable humidity-wise. And same for Sunday, dew points in the 40s. So that's good. Now, as we go into next week, the humidity does come back along with that rain. You see right here, this looks like a cold front right here, and ahead of it, Tuesday could wind up being very humid. Not that hot, but very humid. And that could also be a heavy rain or stormy day on Tuesday, and then we finally get these dew points lower and get more comfortable. You can actually see the reflections of these storms along the front. This is like a more of a wintertime pattern with these lows forming along a stalled front, and you can see here the divisions between the air masses. This could cause some heavy rain and storminess. We'll have to keep an eye on that and see. So we will have to keep an eye on it and see what happens. We'll lastly check the sky because unfortunately we're going to be having stalled clouds over our area. It brings the cirrus bank in over us tomorrow, and you can see keeps us in the cirrus bank all day. So we may have like a high overcast all day Friday, and then Saturday we may have trouble getting rid of it. It'll be clear just to the north of us, just to the north and the east of us. It might be clear. This is the GFS. It might be overestimating. It's a little further south. We'll have a nice clear day, and I'll show you some of the other models. And then Sunday, we've got probably increasing high clouds again. So it looked like we were at least going to get some clear weather this weekend. Now that may not happen, at least not according to the GFS. But we have other models we can look at. Let's look at the NAM. All right, so starting off Friday, plenty of clouds, I think. Friday we'll have a good amount of clouds. But as we go into Saturday, we try to push these clouds to the south, and maybe we can push them to the south so we can have a clear day. And Sunday it doesn't go far enough out, unfortunately. Let's look at the RGM. So RGM, we have these clouds again over us. You can see the stall front right there, so it's going to keep all the clouds. Again, if you were upstate, you could go upstate to like Albany or up here. It would probably be a lot nicer and drier and clearer. But Saturday it has that cirrus over us again, unfortunately. And again, this model only goes out to Sunday. All right. So it's not certain that we're going to have a clear weekend. It looked like we were, but unfortunately, this stupid stall front again, stall front syndrome. This is, all part of climate change. You'll be dealing with that as well. Again, north and east, you'll have better weather. If you can, go upstate, go to Maine, go to northern New England. You should have nice weather there. But for us, we may be dealing with some of these clouds around. But hopefully less by Saturday. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Let me just go back to the NAM because there is a slight chance of a shower tomorrow, I think. We'll just look at this and see if there is, because of that front being in the vicinity. Let's see. Yeah, very, very slight. You can see a couple of showers forming right around the middle of the day, early afternoon, perhaps. And then it's dry for the rest of the weekend. But again, if you're further north, you're better off. Further north you are and east you are, the more sun you'll see and less clouds. The further south and west, more clouds, more humidity. So that's pretty much the theme for this weekend. So what can I tell you? This is what we deal with. We can't get those. That's why it was so nice on Tuesday. We had that beautiful day. It was really nice and cool that day too. It was really just nice. It's hard to get that in with the way the climate is now due to climate change. But anyway, that does wrap up this weather update. We'll have another one for you tomorrow. Hopefully we can get this damn front to the south of us. You can see it all here. It's just what a mess. Again, this is all due to climate change. If we had the jet stream pushing this stuff south and to the south where it belonged, we'd be better off. But we don't have that. So again, go upstate, northern New England for the best weather this weekend. I'll have another weather update through Friday. Of course, we have one more day before the weekend. Hopefully, we'll see some more improvement in the models. But right now, it doesn't look great. Take care.